Hey, this is Nick of 96.3 Easy Rock, and I'm very happy to do this interview, of course, with one of the artists that we play in our shows every single day. No joke, no kidding. We are playing your songs at least 4 times every single day. Please welcome Lukas
Wow.
Graham.
Thank you very much. That's yeah. It's always crazy for me to hear that my songs are being played so many times all the way around the world.
Oh yeah, because you're a storyteller, and no matter the language, people have a way of finding out the story behind the song right now. Because of the internet, and when they hear a song on the radio, they just go and look for the lyrics. I believe most people do that, or a lot of people do that. At least for us, our listeners, we're very much in love with 7 Years and Love Someone. Those are in our playlist, our regular playlist.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, but how are you doing tonight? Sorry, we're in different time zones. I believe it seems like it's daytime in your area right now.
Yes, it is. It's morning. The sun came up a few hours ago.
Oh, good morning.
So the sun comes up very, very late. It's 11:15 now, and it's freezing cold. And I wish I was in the Philippines eating some fresh mangoes, or like having some rice with bagong or something.
Oh, how many times have you been here?
Only once, but I mean, I really enjoy food. And since coming home from the Philippines, I actually practiced with some doing like adobo eggplant and stuff like that. So
that's amazing. Adobo and bagoong. You've learned that.
Bagoong is hard to make yourself, so I'm just waiting to come back.
It is. When the time is better, when everything's better, when we can all travel. Because right now, we're in some troubling times still.
Yeah.
So I want to ask, how it's like for you, because I know you're used to a lot of concerts, to live performances. But right now, at the time of the pandemic, I've actually been checking your Instagram, not to be a stalker or anything, but I've seen you doing other activities now that that we have to practice community quarantine.
I mean, normally I play maybe 100 concerts in a year, and this year I've played 3.
Wow.
So it's super strange. Yeah, I've been doing cobblestones in the yard of my house, building some furniture. I started last week. I started practicing yoga in the morning and in the evening, just because I need to keep myself busy. It's very strange times, Nick. I think Denmark is very lucky because our lockdown isn't as hard as other places. You can still go to the cinema. You can go to the museums. You can still go and see live music. People just have to sit down, and it's restricted in terms of distance and how many people can go in the concert halls and stuff. So yeah, a lot of things are going as normal here, and then there's just restrictions of wearing a mask in public transport, wearing a mask when you're shopping. It's weird, but it's working. So hopefully these damn vaccines are going to come through, and we can start performing music again.
Oh wow, we can only hope for that. That's true. Because it's still different. When we hear your songs on the radio, it's we get your story. You get a glimpse of your life, and whenever you tell your story. But I'm sure it's a lot different when you're performing your songs live. There's showmanship, and the audience are singing with you. I believe it's a different feeling, right? So it must be a bit strange for you right now. Just.
Oh, it's so strange. I mean, it's it doesn't really. I mean, I don't think it really settled with me yet. I've been very grateful for COVID too, because I got to see my youngest daughter from the day she was born until now. She's a little past 7 months old, and
amazing.
Normally I travel all the way around the world quite often, and I'm away from home a lot. So it's a blessing in disguise that I got to be at home so much. But it also showed me how grateful I have to be for my performance, for my music, the fact that people all around the world listen to the songs I do, that I can release a song like Share That Love and it gets played in the Philippines. It's unique.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be in our playlist very, very soon. So we'll be talking more about that in a bit. But it's good to, like you mentioned, how important it is to be grateful, to be thankful, because now you get to spend time with your family, the ones you care about, and also with yourself, when you told me that you meditate. So that's good. Has this been helping you create new music as well that you're going to be releasing perhaps later this year or maybe early next year?
Yeah, there's a lot of new music coming out. I have
Cool.
two big songs that like collaborations coming out next year. One with a DJ group called Cash Cash featuring me and Wiz Khalifa, and another one with the DJ Rehab. And then I have a lot of my own songs and an album coming out in 2021. So I'm just looking forward to releasing more tracks and more songs. I've had more time in the studio than I normally have, so I've been able to finish things and like write down new ideas and also more time off, more time to just eat a lunch with some friends, you know? So it's a mix of good and bad when you get forced to change your life up. But at the end of the day, like another interviewer said, like only God knows what happens tomorrow. So being grateful for being alive, being grateful for the gift of this life is also an important thing. Instead of always being angry about what you can't do or... Yeah, it's strange, man. But gratefulness and gratitude is definitely growing in me this year, and I'm practicing to like be grateful, and I aim to be so for the rest of my life.
Right. That's such a wonderful thing to hear. And I'm sure a lot of people watching right now would be so inspired by you. And with that, let's talk about this song. Because what you're telling me right now, it actually, I believe it's what the message of the song, you're basically telling us about love, and share that love, a track that you recorded with G-Eazy. But first things first, how was it like recording this at the time of the pandemic? Was it any different, like working with G-Eazy at this time?
It was very, very weird, Nick. I mean, I haven't met G for like 4 years. And then I got an email that he wanted to be on the song. And I honestly, I couldn't hear him on the song. I needed to get the song from him first. And once I heard his verse, it made sense. Like his storytelling made super sense on the song. I talk more about sharing the love between friends and like sharing your heart, sharing the wealth. I think his verse talks a little more about intimate love, like relationships. Yeah. But that's the thing, love has so many faces, and love is one of the only things that you can keep, like you can give it away without losing anything. You can divide it into more people without it getting smaller. And that's why, I mean, sharing the love it doesn't leave you with less. It leaves you with more. More.
That's amazing. Fantastic. I've been playing that on loop before this interview. So it's on loop. I've been playing it. And it just feels so good to hear that song. I believe this is one of those songs that you would love to hear or like see perform live. With the clapping of the audience and everything. It's going to be amazing. Once everything's better, I'm sure it's going to be an amazing performance for you and G-Eazy.
Yeah, I played it live on Saturday for the first time. Well, without G-Eazy, but I played it at the Danish Music Awards, which was a weird setup because it was only like not so many people in the audience. But it was great just to perform a song live for once.
Yeah, true. So for how many months you've been just recording songs, and you recently just performed live? Yeah, that's good. It must be a. Yeah. It's almost been a year actually in the Philippines. You can believe it. It does feel like it's been a year, of quarantine. But we're always grateful that we are still here, despite the many challenges that we're facing. But talking about your song, Share That Love, and now you've mentioned it earlier. Was there any specific person or a group that you had in mind when you were recording this song?
I mean, I wasn't really, not really. I think for me, it's often about just the storytelling and like the message in any particular song. And that's why it also came as a surprise when my manager asked me like that G-Eazy wanted to be on the song. But I think the quarantine definitely opened me up to doing more collaborations because I've done 3 of them so far. Well, 5 in total during the whole quarantine. 3 of them I've released and 2 of them are waiting for next year. And I mean, I've been very focused on just making music with my team and making my own name around the world. Now I feel that I've solidified my name around the world enough to be able to just do songs with anybody and release them and have some fun with it. So I look forward to doing more of that in 2021. I need to get back to having fun with music. It has to be fun. Otherwise it's not worth it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, I'm sure that right now you're maximizing your time again with your family and, writing more music, and you're looking forward to having more collaborations. You talked about Wiz Khalifa, having a song with him as well. Okay, but what are your fans? What should your fans look forward to for 2021?
There is another Lukas Graham album coming in 2021. And
Okay.
before that, there's plenty of singles coming too. Hopefully traveling a little more around the world, performing more countries. I still haven't played a real concert in the Philippines. That's on my bucket list.
I'll be watching.
Yeah, I mean, it's just when I look at like Philippines is one of the places in the world where I get them when the most people stream me. I think like Manila, Quezon City is like Metro Manila is one of the places in the world with the most Lukas Graham listeners in the world. So
I'm
it's
sure.
it's a disgrace that I haven't performed a big concert there yet. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so
When
the
things
fans
are
will
better,
definitely
pretty
look
low.
forward to more traveling. I have a
Mhm.
documentary coming out in the whole world in 2021,
Ooh.
7 years of Lukas Graham. Just, music, more and more music.
We're looking forward to that, but no concerts yet. No scheduled live concerts yet for you outside.
I
of Denmark.
don't think we should schedule anything before we know what's happening with this pandemic, instead of
Agree.
leaving people hopeful and then let them down.
That's right. That's right. But with the technology that we have, we can always stream your songs. We can always support you online. And it's so good to see you like really maximizing your time with family and just writing music. I want to thank you for this interview. It was very short, but I'm very happy to meet you because again, we've been playing your songs for so long, every single day, and it's I'm grateful. I'm grateful for today's interview.
And thank you for your time, Nick. It's very much appreciated.
Thank you, Lucas. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and of course, we'll be seeing more of you, hearing more from you very, very soon.
Oh, yes. And I'll be back in the Philippines as soon as possible. I promise you that.
Right, for the bagoong and the manga.
Oh, yeah. And I still need to, I still need to try the balut as well. So that's on my
That's
bucket
right.
list.
Exactly. That should be the challenge, balut. All right. Thank you very much, Lucas.
Thank you, Nick. Bye-bye.
You're all I think about every day.